how these portfolio projects are important. What is the power of the portfolio that we do? Number one, like I was telling you, they help us to demonstrate a practical skills. What you're learning is a tool. You're getting a lot of understanding of the tool in terms of its what are the techniques that are to be used, what are the features of the tools that are used. Now, how do you translate into that? I know whatever I've studied, whatever theory I know how to use it practically on the data. Because nowadays, when you think of interviews, nobody is going to ask you verbal, technical question. Typically, it is done through case studies, right? So if I am a recruiter and I want to select the kind of person to whom I can send a case study, I would like to see if a person has done something similar or not. Because if I see a resume where there is no project, only the keywords are given that I've done SQL, I've done Tableau, I've done Power BI, I've done machine learning, but I can't really see has a person only done a course through an institute or Udemy or Coursera, or that the person has actually applied the knowledge into some projects. So number one, demonstrates practical skills. How I'm converting the theoretical knowledge into the practical skill set. Second thing, it helps us to show the problem solving skills. Now, how problem solving skills? When we say portfolio, we don't mean one project. When we say portfolio, we mean multiple data sets. Multiple data sets can exhibit a lot of things. Number one, your understanding of multiple industries. I may do one project on retail. I may do one on marketing. I may do one on finance, one on socials, media, right? Or it may be that I have one domain, but I'm trying to showcase my understanding of different analytical problems that I'm trying to solve using the case. So when I say it shows your ability to work with multiple data sets and multiple problems, that is again done by multiple projects in your portfolio. Next, it displays the hand-on experience with the tools. So again, going back to the typical resumes that we look at, a lot of time people are giving resumes in which they have put, like, I know Excel or advanced Excel, and I know VLOOKUP, pivot table, I know conditional formatting, and I know, Python, I know pandas, and I know NumPy, but all these are words, right? It can be easily that you copy pasted it from some outline and put it in your resume. But do you really know how to use it? That can only be displayed through your projects. So instead of giving only the keywords of the tools that you're learning, make projects in which you will be using these techniques. And anyone who's a recruiter or who's a technical, these guys are a technical recruiter. So they exactly know what kind of work is expected when they get you on board. So if you showcase that kind of work through the projects, then you are a match for the organization. Then highlight domain knowledge. Let's talk about the working professionals. Let's say I've been working in finance for the last 5 years. Now I want to shift into analytics. So it's not really shift, it's an upskill. And how do I show this upskill? Through the projects. So I have a very good understanding of finance. I know my analytical tools now. And now I want to showcase that in finance, there is, like, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 problems that is expected for an analyst to solve. And I do cases, I do projects around those problem areas. So that shows that I have good command on the domain knowledge, and I know how to mix my tools with the domain knowledge that I have. So it also helps us to highlight the domain knowledge that we have. And the last one, it displays your passion towards data science. Again, based on my 15 years of experience of interacting with a lot of students, like freshers to experience, a lot of people get into this industry, they learn how to use a tool, but really, are you going to be very good in the industry, or will you be a good fit for the organization, is only going to be displayed through passion. And what better to showcase your passion by being active on the LinkedIn, by putting up your projects on LinkedIn, and creating a portfolio. So if I have two candidates, one person has just listed out the tools that are there, and I have another candidate whose first page is full of projects of anything. It's not necessary you have to fill it up with all the tools that you know. Whatever you want to gear your job towards. Like I want to be a BI analyst. So all my resume is going to talk about BI analysts. I want to be a data scientist. Then I should have projects around Python. I should have projects in machine learning, various concepts that you're learning, various case studies that you're having. That has to be a part of it. So your passion, how do I know you're passionate about this data science? How do I know if I hire you, you are going to be an asset to my organization? I will only come to know about that by looking at your work. And hence, the portfolios are super, super important in today's time, not only to convert an interview into a job, but also the first step to get an interview.